Did you know? Podcast industry is a next big traffic source on the internet, with over 425 million active podcast listeners, accounting for 20% of all internet users, and 30% more podcast listeners joining every year since 2020. Just imagine, 30% user growth every year. The fact is, everyone is multitasking and prefers listening to a podcast over videos while driving, gym, and managing other daily tasks. As per the study, podcasting will be a $100 billion industry by 2028, with over 1 billion active users. And that's what makes the podcasting industry very lucrative and the next big untapped traffic source for entrepreneurs around the world. Here's a fun fact. Even though the potential is huge, only a few thousands squeeze out the benefits of the podcast business. Because creating a marketable podcast is not a piece of cake. It is damn tough. Creating traffic-pulling content, recording the podcast episodes, creating a podcast website, paying monthly bills for the website hosting, and publishing it on the popular platforms is time-consuming and not at all easy. That's why we solved it for millions of entrepreneurs around the world. Presenting Podkastr, the world's first AI-powered 6-in-1 podcasting solution that lets anyone create powerful podcasts in only 5 minutes. Podkastr creates, hosts, and distributes unlimited podcasts in over 100 plus languages using 6 artificial intelligence trained engines. The best part is, it will help you tap into a $100 billion industry with over 1 billion active users by creating unlimited podcasts in over 100 plus languages every month, with each podcast taking just 5 minutes to get ready. And it works in just 3 easy steps. Step 1. Use any of our 6 engines to create and upload your audio. Step 2. Customize your podcast details. Step 3. Publish it on 20 plus popular podcast platforms and share it across multiple social media to get massive traffic. Just imagine the potential to reach millions of listeners by having your podcast in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podcast Index, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Overcast, Castbox, and many more. Imagine the wave of traffic each podcast will bring in hundreds of languages from all of these top podcast platforms. Question is, can millions of untapped listeners turn into millions of website traffic? The answer is yes, very much possible. Let me show you mega features inside Podkastr. It has Content Converter Engine to convert any text content into a podcast. Article Converter converts any article or blog post to podcast. Ebook Converter turns any ebook in PDF format into a podcast. Video Converter Engine converts any YouTube video content to podcast. Audio Recorder Engine allows you to record your audio inside the Podkastr app. Audio Uploader Engine allows you to upload your audio in MP3 format. Podkastr has an inbuilt leads generation system to grow your email list like never before. Podcast Embedder to embed your podcast on any web page. It has 265 human-sounding, mesmerizing voices to turn any text into a podcast that instantly captures attention and builds trust, resulting in higher conversions and more sales. Podkastr creates your podcast in 100 plus different languages. Tap into different regional languages of the world for more traffic. It also has a customizable podcast player with multiple styles and colors to match your branding. Plus, if you don't have your own website, no problem. Podkastr also auto-creates your dedicated podcast pages to share publicly. And the biggest feature of all, it auto-shares newly podcast to multiple social media platforms and publish it to 20 plus platforms like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podcast Index, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Overcast, Castbox, and many more to let you reach millions of listeners and millions of traffic in your business. Thousands of users have rated Podkastr as their 5 stars rated app and made it good into the podcasting industry using Podkastr. Hundreds of smart entrepreneurs took commercial licenses with Podkastr, created their own gig on Fiverr, Upwork, Freelancer, and similar platforms online, and now charge $100 to $1,000 for creating clients' podcasts, which takes them just 5 minutes on Podkastr app. With Podkastr, anyone can charge $100 to $1,000 for podcast services. Imagine new income source and opportunity with Podkastr commercial license. Plus, Podkastr has complete step-by-step video training, and it comes with no questions asked, 30 days money-back guarantee. This means if you don't like it, even on the 30th day after the purchase, simply message us, and we will immediately refund 100% of your amount. So, try Podkastr, because it's completely risk-free. Imagine having access to Podkastr. Create powerful podcasts in only 5 minutes with AI-powered 6-in-1 podcasting engine. Imagine the wave of traffic each podcast in hundreds of languages will send from all these top podcast platforms. And possibilities with commercial license are endless. Having gig on Fiverr, Freelancer, Upwork, creating and publishing podcast in just 5 minutes, and charging anything from the client. Podkastr will be $297 a month after this week. So click on the button below to activate this special low one-time pricing deal.